If you want to know all the ways that video can help your business grow online, we're starting right now.
If you want to transform your website into a customer or lead generation machine, I'll show you all my best tips, tactics, and secrets to get there fast. Let's dive in.
Hey guys, I'm Wes McDowell, web strategist for The Deep End. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, you're definitely going to want to go ahead and click the little subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so you never miss another video you need to succeed online. Okay, so today we're talking about something that I am very passionate about, and that's the idea of online video. So basically, the way people are treating websites, what they expect when they get to a website is rapidly changing. And video is one of the best ways to really engage with your customers. So my aim here today is to really go over some of the biggest ways that video can help transform your business and fill it with all the right kinds of customers in a very steady, predictable way. Okay, and starting right off the top, video is an excellent way to grab and keep attention. So according to Animoto, a product video is 4 times more likely to be watched than read about in text alone. And according to Forbes, 59% of executives prefer video over text. And that's just executives. So these are people who are highly educated and they still prefer to watch a video over reading. So we're living in a world where it's getting increasingly difficult to capture people's attention, but video really makes it more appealing and palatable to most people. So the next way video can help you is actually SEO benefits. So Marketing Sherpas actually concluded that putting a video on a page will more than double the amount of time that people spend on that page. Now, why is that important for SEO? Well, Google actually rewards time on page. So the more you can keep someone on your page, the more you're signaling to Google that, hey, this page is really what the searchers had in mind, and this is what they want to see because they're sticking around for it, right? And as a reward, they're going to give you higher placements in the searches as a result. So there was actually a study conducted by Forrester that said a page with a video on it is 53 times more likely to rank higher in a search. So this really shows that Google prefers video-based content. And again, they're going to reward that with higher search rankings. Okay, so search engines aside, the third benefit the video provides you is it really gives you a way to simplify and clarify your message. So if you have some kind of a more complicated product or service, one that needs a little bit more explaining, a video is an excellent way to really get your point across in a short amount of time. And even if what you offer isn't necessarily complicated, research has definitely shown over the years, since about the early 70s, that whenever you communicate information both visually and verbally, people are going to absorb it much quicker and much more effectively as well. In other words, showing and telling is a great way to get your point across. And you know, there's many ways you can do this. So you can either directly demonstrate something that you offer, or you can use visual metaphors if that makes more sense. Okay, next up we have the idea of brand awareness and recall. So let's just say you're looking for a web design agency and you're looking through all the different websites just to see, whose work you like the most. But then let's say one of those websites has a video on it. They give a glimpse of how they work, what makes them different, and maybe even include a case study of how they helped a former client achieve a great result. So of all those websites, most of which were just text and photo based, and then the one with the video that really gave you a sense of how they work and their personality, which one are you going to remember the most? So it's really important to remember that most people coming to your site are in some stage of research mode, whether it's B2C or especially if you're a B2B niche. People are definitely there to check things out, and you want to make the short list, right? That of people they're thinking about contacting. And a video is a great way to make yourself memorable and stay top of mind for when it's time to make that decision. Okay, so the next reason video is a great idea is the idea of perceived value. So think about it, putting together a video is a little bit taller of an order than just plain written text, and that's not going to go unnoticed. The average person coming to your site is going to take note of it, and they're going to assign a higher value to you and your service. So in other words, a well-done video is going to make you look more reputable, capable, give you a higher perceived level of expertise and professionalism because of it. And as a result of that, People will generally give you more time, more contact information, and even pay you a higher price for the same service based on that higher status level. Okay, one caveat here. So obviously this is only going to work if you do leave a positive impression. So if you end up producing a video that looks cheap or ends up being perceived as kind of a waste of time by the person watching it, meaning the content wasn't really there or it was a lot of fluff, then it can actually backfire on you. So make sure that you're providing good content and it actually looks and sounds good. And kind of going along with our last point, we have the idea of trust. So people generally want to do business with other people that they know, like, and trust, and video can make all three of those happen for you. So you really want to deliver high quality content that gives your viewer a quick win, like a tutorial or a quick tip that's really closely aligned with what it is you offer. Or you can use a video to really just establish your credibility through a behind the scenes look at what you offer, or even a video testimonial. Okay, next up, and this is an important one, it's the idea of emotion. So if you know marketing, you probably already know that most people make most of their buying decisions based purely on emotion. And then only after they've made that decision do they really want to back it up with logic. And as you can probably imagine, it's actually really hard to get emotion through with written text alone, but video can really help you get there. And when I talk about emotion, I don't mean overly schmaltzy or sentimental or sappy. All I really mean is getting somebody excited or emotionally invested based on a feeling that you can bring out in them. For instance, if you run a dog boarding kennel, you might play on that emotion that people are feeling when they're, bringing their dog in, which is probably a sense of anxiety or nervousness. But if you can produce a video that shows how caring your employees are with the dogs, you're creating a really positive emotion in your potential clients, which is going to result in more of them wanting to take action, pick up the phone. Or let's say you're a family attorney. You might want to talk about what could go wrong without proper representation. By speaking authentically, like a real human being about a potentially scary subject, you're creating a very different kind of emotion that'll make people much more likely and motivated to contact you. Another great way you can get emotion to work for you on your website is through customer testimonials. By showing an existing or past customer talking honestly and openly about, what you did for them, that excitement and appreciation is going to just come through naturally. And it's going to end up being much more persuasive than a text-based testimonial could ever hope to be. And here's an extra tip you can use to bring out the right kind of emotion that you want to convey. Just steal a trick from Hollywood and use music. I don't know if you've ever seen a rough cut of a movie before they ever add the music to it, but it's such a different experience. You don't really get the emotion that the director wanted you to have until they add the music in. So music is going to do the same thing for you. It's going to subconsciously, give little emotional cues to people that they may not have picked up on otherwise. In other words, it'll set the right tone and help them feel the way you want them to feel. Emotionally manipulative, maybe, but it's also good business. So I highly recommend it. Just make sure you use copyright and royalty-free music so you stay out of trouble. Okay, so those are all the ways that a video will help you succeed and stand out online. But now I want to hear from you. What do you want a video to do for you in your business? Do you want it to build trust? Do you want to convey emotion to connect with more of your prospects? Or do you just want to use it to make your brand more memorable? Leave it in the comments below. And of course, if you have any other comments or questions, leave them in the comments as well, and I will get to all of them. All right, so if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, just go ahead and click the little circle icon right over here. And if you want me to help you out with any of this and see what we can do for your business, just go ahead and click the box up here to schedule your free strategy session with myself. All right, guys, I'm Wes McDowell for The Deep End, and I'll see you in the next video.